So, this is episode 1. It's an introduction episode. So, I have named it Who I Am and Where This Story Begins. So, before I begin this series, I wanted to give you a simple picture of who I am and the kind of world I come from. Because without that background, the journey we will now be beginning will not make much sense to you. Because until and unless we have the right context of the things we are listening to, we cannot understand the perspective behind it. And this is something, my perspective. This series is my perspective. So, to begin with, my name is Rashi, Rashi, it is spelled, and right now I am 41. I've crossed 41 in this October only. So I'm recording this in December 2025. I don't know when this will be released. So I'm putting the month and year here in the episode 1 when I have started recording this. So I'm Rashi. I already told you that I'm 41. And yes, there had been 4 decades I have already lived in. I wouldn't say I know everything about life, but I would say that probably I know enough to say something about it now, because it has been a roller coaster ride like everyone else, but I had my own experiences, I had my own growth around it. So, my context is that I grew up in a middle class family in a small town, tier 2 Indian city. And in my home, religion was kind of naturally part of daily life. Everything we did daily was a branch out of how we should do things. So, in my home, in my family, I had my mother, my father, and my brother who is 5 years younger than me. So, to set the context here, my mother had been the one who is very religious, highly religious. Like, whatever she did at that time when I'm recalling my childhood years, she did everything around the religion, like how things should be, like strict rituals, fastings, and that you have that number of fasts, that 16 Mondays, or you have Thursdays fast, you have Mondays fast, you have Tuesdays fast, you have Ekadashi, so many kind. I've seen her keeping fast even without water for days. So she has been of that kind, like she still don't eat anything until she take bath. Now she's 65 plus, and she's not that ritual driven as she was at that time when I was a kid. So it has been a journey for her as well. But at that time when I was a kid, maybe if I recall, I was like 7 or 8. So at that time, everything was very, very religious around her. So she has that strict rituals that she followed, strict routine around religion. Now, coming to my father, I wouldn't say he was religious at that time, or he wasn't. He was kind of neutral, I would say. Like, he was like, okay, fine, I'll do something if that's what you want, kind of thing, like whatever. But now, after all those years, like it happens usually in long marriages. So they had been together for 40 plus years already. So you have your influence of the partner. So right now, my mother and father are both in the same lane. So they both are religious, and they both complement each other, I would say. So they are on the same team now. So apart from that, I already told you about my younger brother. So that's how we were a family of 4 since we started. And after that, when I reached 19, I was around 19 plus. I met A. Yeah, let's call him A. So A at that time when I was 19 was a boy with whom I fell in love with. So you can give him any name like my boyfriend, lover, friend, companion, whatever you think fits for that age group. And today A is my husband. So I basically grew half of my adult life with A. So he also forms an integral part of this series. Apart from A, I'm also a mother to a almost teenager son. So he's going to be a teenager in next, I think, 4 months. So yes, motherhood brought its own challenges, its own softness, tenderness. So its lane is its own kind. So my son is also an integral part of this series, of course. So these are few people with whom I will be, around whom this series will be revolving, but majorly it's me, and I will be only mentioning them wherever necessary. So that's the context about the important people, the closest people I have in my life. And then we have, of course, we have God. So whenever I mention the word God, for me, God is equivalent to Bholenath. So Bholenath is a word, a name I use for Shiv. So Shiv is someone, or I have connected since childhood. So I had always called him Bholenath. So that's how I refer to God, to Shiv in my series as Bholenath. So no formal instruction that came that I should follow or something. It's just something I naturally like related with. And apart from God, of course, I will be mentioning the word Guru. So Guru, as in, I wouldn't say that it's traditional guru-disciple dynamic or something, or that I have some diksha or I'm related to some organization or something. No, I'm just simply referring to my Guru. So my Guru is a guiding presence for me, internal but also higher. So it's deeply personal, and it is not based on any tradition or anything that we usually have in our country. So this is how it is. And of course, I forgot to mention one thing earlier. So I said the context how my parents were with their beliefs around religion and everything. So I talked about A, that I met him around 19, but there was a fascinating thing about him, that A was completely opposite of what I had the perception of religion till I was 19. Like, he's an atheist, and his influence is from his father. So he belongs to a family which is opposite to religious. So a very different belief system than my upbringing. So, but he never stopped me from pursuing my beliefs, whatever it was at that time or right now. So, but being with A, it really opened a new word for me, a new word of faith and identity for me. So that's how it is. And now I want to say that this series is not something that is autobiography or my life story or something. But yes, I will be mentioning some stages of my life, some memories of my life, which are around this concept of spirituality and religion. Because if I don't mention those stages, my childhood, teenage years, or my early adulthood, or my years with a motherhood, and the years when I was like completely lost, and then I came back slowly, and who I am now. So if I don't mention those, you will not be able to get the context of how things moved in my life. So finally, I just wanted to say that at 41, I just wanted to close this episode by saying that at 41, spirituality and religion is not the same thing for me anymore. So I have realized something extremely simple but very clear, that I was always spiritual long before I knew that word exists, or long before I knew there is a difference between these two words, or this word means something. So that's about it. I wanted to set the context in this introduction episode to give you a frame, just enough background to you so that rest of the series make some sense to you. So now we can begin. So this is copyright 2025 Rashi Dubey, all rights reserved.